Alright, so I'm looking at like my least favorite PCs. They really bother me. I hate seeing people selling these gaming PCs that look like they're made of new components, but they're not, and there's no disclaimer to say anything. So the average person that's going to buy this would have no idea what the heck they're buying. So all these parts are very old. The case would probably be new. I hope the power supply is new, and I hope the SSD is new. But those three things are not the main components, and it runs not great chances of survival. So average motherboard lasts about 10 years. If you look it up on Google, usually people say a motherboard will last 10 years before the capacitors start to go. With electricity flowing through it all the time, eventually something's going to burn out and die. But 10 years is very like reasonable for something. But if you're buying a PC that's already 10 years old and you're expecting it to last, like, it's just not. After the year warranty, you're pretty much up shit's creek. And if you want to upgrade anything on this PC, like if you want to upgrade the RAM, upgrade the processor, like, you're going to need to change out the motherboard. You can change out the graphics card, and I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with the i5 2500. It's a fantastic CPU, but it was fantastic 10 years ago. It's not so fantastic now. It came out in 2011. It's 2021. Like, I personally wouldn't buy that now unless you're getting like a wicked deal, or like your grandma's giving her 10-year-old desktop Dell with these components in it, or you're buying it from like a thrift shop, or buying it from like a school sale where they're upgrading their parts, which I'm going to guess that's what this guy did. So if you look at the reviews, a bunch of people are complaining about it. I will give it, it has a pretty cool case, decent cooler, all that, but I don't think it's worth $519. It's a 4-core, 4-thread, and it's not very fast. 8GB of DDR3 RAM is not very good, and a GTX 750 2GB is not a bad graphics card. Pardon me, but I wouldn't be going out of my way to try to buy this as a quote-unquote new PC. It will run like the average game at like 30 FPS. It's perfectly fine if you're buying this used, like a GTX 750 for like $50 used. Like, it's good enough to like get you into like Fortnite, games like that, Minecraft. Should be fine, but like, yeah. Like, there's a couple things, like it's saying that the hard disk is 7,200 RPM, but there's no hard disk specified. It's 500 gigabyte SSD with no moving parts. So how would the RPM be spinning at 7,200 when you don't have moving components? I just don't like this. I think it's saying that it has a 1 terabyte hard drive, but in the description it says it comes with a 500 gigabyte SSD. So yeah, that's really not great. I don't know how the reviews are so good for this, but if you look at them, like the top ones are just like, people are just saying it's like awful. Don't buy this. NVIDIA GT 710 is not gaming video card. Yeah, he's not wrong, but it's saying that it comes with a GTX 750, so maybe he was able to cash out and get a couple of those and then increase the price. Yeah, like, if you went out and to buy like a used computer with like these components, you'd be looking at like maybe $200-300 American to like throw this all together. If you hunted down for deals, and you would have the same PC that would probably be a little bit better. You'd probably go with a little bit better parts. Try to get 16 gigabytes of RAM. Like, I just don't think it's worth it. I will give it to them that they put in a solid power supply, no matter what company it is. 550 watts is pretty generous, but that's the only thing I can see that's positive about this entire thing.